Hey folks, I think you guys can hear me. I think I know why the Adobe Premiere Elements or even Premiere allows you to use either earphones and the microphone at the same time or Bluetooth at the same time. You can direct where the audio is coming out from within there too. You actually have to, it's not a preset, well, it's kind of a preset, I guess. It's more of a, yeah, it's a preset. But you can hard change that, and I don't think that changes, which is nice. It remembers your settings, in other words. So I'll probably be doing that. Hey, Debbie. Oh, Eureka! I fell in love with Eureka. Are you kidding me? How could you not? It's such a welcoming town. I mean, everyone's really friendly, um, outgoing folks, and they're down to earth too. So that was really cool. I think I can take my mask off. So not that I was really wearing it, but there's no one here right now. But yeah, I love that place, and that All's restaurant. Oh my goodness, the best. I guess the manager, the person working the front, was, "Hey, Patty." Yeah, I wouldn't mind living in Eureka, with all the old mining and abandoned places up there that are unmolested. They're left as they should be. They're just decaying, but they're left in place without someone marking them up. Even though the murals could be considered that, I think that. It was done tastefully. It was done in respects of the people that lived there. And they were only covering the walls. They weren't like, cutting a wall open. They were just, it was tastefully done, I think. Yeah, they have, it's steeped in history out there, Debbie. You're so lucky you got to live out there. I wish I were bald. Taking care of hair in the desert is not fun. That's why I wear it so short. It's a lot easier to clean, by the way. Hey, Camp Beatles, how you doing? So what I'm going to do, guys, is through the day, I'm just going to leave this running. And it's the first time I've done something like this, but I'm in the Holiday Inn. Every once in a while, you'll see me with a mask on, and that's when employees are getting close or I see visitors. Otherwise, I'm pretty secluded from everyone by a good 25 feet, easy. So, Bill, you want me to go away? I have to edit video somewhere. I can edit video in the back of the SUV, but when it's 107 degrees outside, I'd rather be in an environmentally controlled situation because I'll end up not editing. I'll end up wanting to go on a hike, and then no work gets done. So it's kind of like I'm going to jail, and you've probably heard me say that on this channel. It's not really like I'm going to jail and I dread it. I'm going to a place where I know I have to be eventually because of all the fun I'm having in the world. I have to convey out to the world. So through the videos I take, I know I have to do this process. And I like doing that process. It's just that I feel like I'm missing out on something. I'd rather be out and about exploring rather than doing editing. But I guess if I had an adventure van with air conditioning in it that you can run off solar, I'd probably be out and about. But since I need that, why not? Debbie Wagstaff, how you doing, Debbie? Good morning to you as well. Debbie McLaughlin, Larry, checking out Spruce Mountain. Oh, out of Wells, Nevada. I have to check that out. Are there a lot of videos of Spruce Mountain? Well, since I'm jabbing away, I might as well copy and paste, right? Be right back, guys. I'm checking out. I'm going to do a Google search. Spruce Mountain in Nevada. Mountain in Nevada, Spruce Mountain. So you're going to Spruce Mountain. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Yeah, I'm on again. Mike, thank you, though. I'll take that as a welcome. And no one has to be obligated just to do any thumbs up. Matter of fact, the less thumbs up today I get, the better. That means no one's liking this and I don't have to do it anymore. I don't mind doing it. It's really easy. Just turn on the webcam and proceed to work. But see, I'm not working. I haven't even opened up Premiere yet. So what I'm doing today, guys, I'm going to be doing all my video editing on a smaller screen, but I can do it because it's a vlog style video I'm putting out this Wednesday. It's one of a few that are not vlog. The only one that's going to be vlog style is this first one on Wednesday. And basically it's of my trip, and you get to see different stages of my trip, and you get to hear me say when I'm breaking off to go film the actual Explorer. So you get to see some of that, the behind the scenes between where I camp and where I'm going on an adventure, the stuff that goes on in between. Not all of it, but some of it. I will be doing a more detailed a day in the life of myself in a rural environment versus an outdoor remote environment. I have two different types of setups, actually kind of three, but I have two that I really work off of mostly. And I'll show you how I get through my camping excursions and how I plan things and how I look up things if I'm going into an area I've never been to before to find good spots, stuff like that. So it's a day in the life that's coming. Today I'm just editing a video I did, a vlog style of my trip up to northern Nevada with Wonder Hussy. Thank you, Bill, for the update on Christina. I cannot pronounce her last name. Pascucci? What? Is this a joke? Oh, thank you. I will check that out. I'm not on Facebook right now. I should probably open that. Bingo. Well, Debbie, you've sent me into a couple of really cool locations, so I have to check out your link. Why isn't it opening? There it is. Oh, Spruce Mountain looks cool. Debbie, thank you. Hey, Brittany, how you doing? So, everyone, I'm just leaving this live chat on. I'm kind of minimizing the screen a little bit up here in the corner, but I don't need to see myself so much as what you guys are typing, but in the chat, that is. So, continue on. And the less likes I get, the better today. I'll have to check Christina out. Well, first off, I have to see what Bill's level of definition means of fox. It's who is this person? Oh, KTLA? It must be pretty because KTLA is like the channel, isn't it? Nah. Okay. Well, on a scale from 1 to 10 on Fox, she's kind of a fox. Okay, I'll agree with you. Not someone I would. No. So you rode a lot of countryside on horseback, I take it? That would be the way to do it. If you're going to explore any of the places I've gone to, if you had a horse, you're golden. You don't need a 4x4 at all. Greetings from the UK, John. John Clements. Welcome to the channel. Live stream. I'm just going to leave this on running today. I'm very easily distracted by comments. I am reading, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up some programs. So I'll be watching off to the side, but for the most part, you'll see me kind of working away, and I'll check in once in a while. Let's see how I do this. If you guys are interested in knowing how I make my videos, I actually have an intro built. The intro that you see that I use for Holiday Inn, that's a whole segment that's built into a template. It's a 30 frames per second template workspace for Adobe Premiere. And what I do there is once I open that, I rename it immediately to another project. The new project in this case is going to be Northern Nevada 2. And it's ready to go. It's already formatted everything. I just start loading my footage. So there's none of this prep stuff that I usually would have to go through. And my Eminence Front X5 rolling out logo is part of that template. So literally, I have nothing to do except start loading my raw footage and crunching it down from there. Yeah, do not press the like button, everyone. The less likes today, the better. This is going to be on for at least 4 hours. I'm guessing it's going to take me about that long to get to the first stage of my edits, where I'll really need to use my earphones. And when I do that, I think I'll have to turn off this mic, which is plugged into the earphone location. However, I have a Bluetooth earphone set up. I'm going to try and use the Bluetooth earphone with this mic. And if not, then the Bluetooth headset that I have has a built-in mic with it. I should be able to use that. Does that make any sense? I'm almost not following that myself. There's 3 options I have. The current one I'm using works. Wow, you were actually working the ranches. That's awesome, Debbie. Oh yeah, I'm going to be hanging all day. You guys, you can leave, come as you see fit. I'm just working, and this is the type of work I don't like to do, but might as well make it entertaining, I thought, and just turn on my live feed and see what happens. See if you guys come in, chat for a while, hang out. I know some of you guys might be working from home. Maybe you guys want to, from Berkeley, William, hi. William Popper. Hey, I used to live up there in the Bay Area. I spent a good almost 20 years in San Francisco living up there. And I'm very fond of Berkeley. Went to school out in Oakland, California College of Arts and Crafts. CCA, I guess is what it's called now, but it used to be CCAC. Okay, that said, I'm going to go ahead and start the dreaded work. 30 FPS, Holiday Inn intro. There we go. I have no coffee. I don't like making coffee either. It's Cokes. I could do Coke. Adobe Premiere Elements 2020, which I had a problem with. Kind of vocal on that with my Patreon page as well as Facebook. If you guys aren't hooked up with me on Facebook, call room service for coffee. Awesome, man. Yeah, that's the school. Right down the street. I love that area. I have a lot of fond memories of Berkeley. A lot. What a fun place to hang out in when you're going through college. you're not just exposed to left or right, one or the other. You're exposed to everything, and I like that about that area. Anyway, oops. It's missing a file? Really? I'm gonna skip it. I don't have any files except the logo. Oh, it's the music I had. How can I make this smaller? Oh, there we go. The Adobe products like to use your full screen, and you kind of have to fool it into believing the screen is not as big as it is. And then you don't get to see all your menus. So this is going to be tricky, but I think I can get away with it. I'm going to push this. I don't need to see myself or how many people are here, because remember, the less likes, the better. Do not hit the like button today. That's the goal. Do not hit the like button. And I hope you enjoy the day. And if you want to leave me on, great. If not, check back in later. I don't know. Chat with me for a bit. Hey, Rick. You found out about me from Sarah from Wonderhosty Adventures. I enjoy your work. Well, thank you very much, Rick. More to come. Well, I just want to see how low we can keep the number today, John. It's just simply a goal of mine today. I like doing weird stuff like that and see how wrong it can go. Oh, I'm going to get distracted, believe me. I'm going to check in all the time, because I normally am doing this in solitude, and I've already watched all the video, the raw footage from start to finish for the whole trip, and I love it all. So I know what I need to do is basically trim it before I listen to it. And once it's trimmed down, I will then make the proper edits. But today's going to be that rough cut, I guess, the first pass where I just lay it all out and I block cut it. Large sections, and then from that I get a sense of how that video music needs to happen, and from there I edit it all the way down to almost a finished product without any audio. You guys probably don't realize I do that, but I don't put a soundtrack, in other words, to it. I leave the raw audio in that I use from the footage, but the music is only selected at the very end when the video is done. And I spend another couple hours editing just the audio to fit the video better. Does that make sense? So, yeah, that's how I get it done. It's probably a back-asswards kind of way of doing it, but I don't like the audio to dictate, the audio music or the background music to dictate how that video is going to be conveying a message to the world. I want the audio to support the video. I find that a lot of YouTubers put too much emphasis on the music itself, either just way too over dramatic or too melancholy, I guess. I don't know. That's just my feeling on it. Personal preference, of course. That's weird. Something went wrong. I gotta reopen that. Huh. Why did my... Oh, tell me I didn't delete that. Thumbnail. Okay. Oh dear. Problem number 1 has appeared. I'm usually pretty tidy with all my file keeping, but recently I had to clear off some space to clear up on my hard drive. I'm running out of hard drive space. I'm actually deleting raw footage and sometimes files I shouldn't. And one of them is the Holiday Inn logo that I had to do. So little things like that trip me up at the beginning of a lot of these videos, but I can definitely steal it from here, I believe. I think I have a whole intro video. Yeah, I do. Here it is. Bravo, Larry. Good thinking. So I made, out of fear of doing this, I think in the past, I'm going to do this. I did this month. Beginning of this month, I made an actual clip of my intro. That's the Holiday Inn intro, the Holiday Inn logo with "Thank you, Holiday Inn, for the use of your lobby and Wi-Fi." That's now just a movie in itself, and it's basically a whole segment or track in my overall video. It saves a lot of time. Bravo, Larry. But I should still use my 30 frames per second template, which is the same one, just, okay. So what I'll do is I'll update this template with that same file. I edit from original, but it's non-destructive editing. Is that the right word? Yeah, non-destructive. Do you guys know if there's a way to keep my Firefox window to always be on top? I think there's a way to do that. I'm not seeing it though. I don't want to spend too much time figuring that out. I think there's a way to do that. If you guys know, let me know. Chime in or something. I'd like to keep it up in the corner. Just do, okay, here we go. Oh, no, not full screen. I went too hot. If you go all the way to the top with the window in Windows 10, you go full screen. I realized. No chance you could do it, oops, on the original. Is there? And lose all video. Correct. So non-destructive editing is exactly that. The software takes the original footage and translates it into a new video based off the old. It's just basically playing it back. It's duplicating it. It's not actually editing anything on the original. So yes, you're absolutely right. Correct. If you give me a like, that's an actual dislike. There's no rhyme or reason to it, John. It's just how it is. There's no right or wrong. It's just that you guys should not give me any likes. And the less likes today, the better. Okay, I can try and do that. The Kenneth. Al. Al, I do not use GoPro at all. I use a DSLR camera. In this case, it's a 10-year-old camera. It's a D5100 Nikon DSLR camera on a 3-axis gimbal because the camera doesn't have any image stabilization at all. So I use the gimbal to compensate for that, and it does a really good job. And I have the ability to change the lens. GoPro, you're stuck. You're stuck with what you get, and you're stuck with all of the bugs that come with that GoPro, and all the times the GoPro just refuses to record. I've used GoPros quite a bit in racing, in tracking cars, and learning from my mistakes through the GoPros that I've used in the past. They're crap. GoPro sucks. Hey Tim, how you doing? Always staying safe, sir. Thanks for coming to say hi. I'm going to be online all day today, so come in and say hello anytime you want. John, no, I'm just simply doing the Crazy Larry crap for no reason at all. I don't. Well, the thing is with these live chats, I don't leave them up for long. I leave them up for 24 to 48 hours, and then I unlist them so they pop off the radar to the algorithm. It looks like a low scoring video on my side through the algorithm because I only get so many views, maybe 200 views on average through a live chat. So with that, I just decided, well, it's not a big deal. I'm not making any money off of them, really. I'm not even making 1 penny off these. I'm making a fraction of a penny by leaving them up. So instead of messing up the algorithm, I unlist them because I don't get as many views on those as I would on a normal video. Yeah, pop in anytime you want, Tim. I'm gonna be here all day. I'm gonna be editing video and talking with you guys as I do that. So there might be times where I'm quiet, processing something. Like right now, I just opened up my video. I'm ready to drop in the video intro that I made at the beginning of this month in fear that I would throw something away, which I did. Yeah, check back in anytime you want. Hey, Bill. Talk to you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Oh, vehicle moving is perfect for that. It has a good vibration resistance. And a 4 lens. I'm going to get to a 10 to 28 millimeter lens, wide angle. Tamron is the one I'm after. I'm actually need to talk with another supporter of this channel about that lens. There were 2 or 3 people contacted me about a lens, of which nothing's really happened yet. But I'm looking to change my lens. I'm going to go more wide angle, wider aperture lens. And I think they're $300, roughly about $300 used. The Tamron lens I'm looking for. 10 to 28 is what I'm looking for. Okay, where's my file? Add media. New intro. Intro new. There it is. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, what I've done, I've just now created my intro. How long did that take me? I just dragged the whole animated MP4 right into my first slot. I delete all my old music. Now this is what I should save. I'm going to do it right now. This is my new intro, saving that. Now I also save it as my new project right after I save that. So my new project's going to be on my desktop. New folder. No, not there. Cancel that. New folder to desktop. Pahrump Nevada. Northern Nevada 2 log. Uncle Joe's here. Sarah does have a drone, Uncle Joe, and she's recommended that I fly it for her on our last trip, but we never got around to it. I would love to fly a drone. They're very expensive. But if there's someone who needs to use a drone, because I'm out in some pretty amazing areas, and so is Sarah, it's just so damn windy all the time in the middle of nowhere. Like right now, it's pretty damn windy outside. Probably not good, unless you had a really nice drone, a powerful one. She's used her drone in a couple of videos. I've seen that. I do not have a 1.8. That's a very expensive lens. I have a crop sensor D5100 Nikon with a kit lens that I use. I just removed the polarization lens cover for it, filter. So I'm shooting in dynamic mode now on the camera. I have to work out some issues out on my settings, my custom settings to shoot flat, because the D5100 you cannot shoot flat on. You have to trick it into doing that. And I have set up for that, but there's some quality issues I'm working through on video processing. I don't know where the issue lies, but the way it's set up now, it works out pretty good. I would love to get a better Nikon F-mount lens. I'm looking at the Tamron. Here, let me pull it up. I'm really excited about the lens. So. Oh, you do have a Nikon 50mm for shooting darkness networks. Yeah, that would be the way to go. I thought, I'm sorry, I misread that, Al. Let's send me. Here's what I want to get for trying to cover a lot of different uses. I'm mainly outside in bright light, but when I do go inside, hopefully this lens is what will cure my needs. It's all I can afford too. It's a $300 lens used on eBay. It's my new file. Okay. And I don't need any of this music. By the way, I've been meaning to ask you guys, the music I use in my videos, is it getting too monotonous? Are you hearing the same music over and over again, getting kind of bored with it? Let me know your feelings, because I spend a lot of time on music, picking it for these videos and using it. And usually I pick a block of music at one time, because I spend a good day just looking for music, and then slowly picking from the ones I've picked and downloaded to use in my videos. And these are coming from the YouTube, what do you call it? The free music library, royalty-free music library. Excuse me. They're not all free. Some of them you have to give kudos to. The ones I use are just flat out free, so they're kind of generic. And if you guys want to donate a lens like the Tamron 10 to 24mm, you just let me know, and I'll tell you where to donate it to. In the address in the description. Send it to P.O. Box, please. You shoot both RAW and JPEG for stills. I do lens adjustment. I do everything's manual on my camera. I take it out of auto mode. The only thing that's auto, really, I guess, is the color balance, the white balance. But even at that, I have a white balance card. Okay, Kevin, you like the music? Cool, thank you. I try to keep it complementing the video. I don't build the video around the music. I don't just throw any song or whatnot to the video. I try to be very considerate to the viewers with the video. I don't want it to become overpowering. So, hey, RV Man, 60. Yeah, that was about a month ago, RV Man 60. That didn't happen. But Tom Fry, I don't know if you guys know Tom Fry. He's a longtime supporter of my channel, very outspoken person on Facebook as well. I like him a lot. He's become a very good friend of mine, and through Facebook. And he's a good guy. He lives out on the East Coast. But RV Man, he said he'd help out in getting a lens for me. That's that same one, the Tamron. But him and I haven't connected yet, and we've been talking about it, but it's still in the planning stages. But man, I could have used that lens on this last trip, man. I'm telling you. Wait till you guys see the footage I got. When I went into some of these buildings, they were all boarded up, the windows, and it was super hard to get any kind of good footage out of it. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm really limited on funds right now as far as what I can use. But what I have worked pretty good for about 99% of what I was shooting. Yes, I agree. So the Kenneth, as far as the music levels go, I was not as sensitive to it at the beginning as I am now. So I use actual headphones through the whole editing process. I set my volume levels at a certain spot and for the main vocals, and I don't let the music override that unless it's absolutely necessary. It never approaches the point where I'm competing with the music with my voice or the surrounding music, the surrounding ambient sound. I'm pretty sensitive to that. It's part of the overall experience, and I'm very sensitive to it. I'd rather not use music at all, but it does help. So with that said, music usually comes very last. Today I'm just loading my project up. I just renamed it, and I was just looking at my music there, and then I saw some chatter going on. But everyone, if you're just showing up, I'm doing video editing I call it jail time, and that's me in a lobby basically crunching the video that I need to get out for this Wednesday. And this Wednesday's video is going to be of a vlog nature of the road trip I just went on with Wonderosy to a hot spring in Eureka, Nevada, and doing some explores of some old ghost towns up there. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. It's the behind-the-scenes stuff that I was doing, or the in-between stuff that I was doing between the actual recording of the main footage of the ghost towns. Let's see here. So chat amongst yourself. Oh, then you're set with that camera. I have to balance out the issue of shooting video and using the same camera and lens for still shots. So that lens should do well for indoor shots. If I bring a little bit of artificial light, I should be fine. But for the most part, I do need a wider aperture lens. It's just the way, you get to a limit of a lens very quickly. I'm using a kit lens now. Anyway. Oh goodness, there's me in my boxer shorts having a gin and tonic. Oh no, that's a dirty martini. Oh my God. Are you guys seeing that? I think Wonder Housey just posted a picture. Let's see, where's that? Yeah, 41 minutes ago. There I am holding a dirty martini. Not funny. I get easily distracted through YouTube, through Facebook. Oh, a girl named Christine Preston said that she probably took that outfit off right after the picture was taken. No, she stayed like that all night until she was getting ready to go to bed. Oh, that's nice. You get to do your own music. I have to go search for my music. Oh. Okay, off to work again. So continue talking. I just saw my picture pop up on Wonder Hussey's page. That's pretty funny. If interested, my YouTube is Eminence Rep. I don't think it's bad for me to call it. If interested, my YouTube is. That was my second drink. That's why I was looking at it going, man. I don't normally drink, guys. You guys probably don't know that. But when I do, I like really good gin. So I usually will have one. That was my second one. So I was paying close attention to those olives. Like, okay, I can still see them. But yeah, John, it was a fun night that night. I believe that was our second night. I can't remember. We had drinks both nights, so it was good. That's good old Larry and his boxer sitting at camp having a drink with the Wonder Hussey. She's a hoot at camp. She's absolute hoot. Okay, I got to balance out my mohawk haircut with. It's not much. It's just my hat hair. With me looking at the monitor here as I edit, so I'm gonna leave it like that as much as possible. Scoot you over. But yeah, I'm just doing a live feed as I do my editing today. Talks amongst yourself. I pop in when I look over to the side, have it running on the side. Oh, well, let me go there. Okay, cool. Okay, today's vlog day. That means I need that. Man, I got some great stills. Have you guys seen my stills from this trip I shot on Facebook or Instagram? if you guys aren't part of my Patreon, here's what's going on with my Patreon. I'm starting to put photos over there that I post nowhere else. In this case, there's some of Sarah in there right now, but I'll be posting other ones as well from this trip. There's some cool shots of her with a shadow of a tree that's right behind her in the morning. And it looks like she has a tattoo on her back of like a black tree. It's really interesting. Oh, I love beer too. Depends on what you're up to drinking, but I like the craft beers more. I like the heavier beers because they can get warm and they still taste good. There's nothing worse than drinking like a Coors that's warm. I like all kinds of beers, but I'm looking for vlog footage right now, not nudies of Sarah walking around. I do have a nudie alert video that I think I can post on YouTube, by the way. Sarah walking around nude in camp is pretty funny. Again, that's probably going to be a Patreon only thing, but I think it's YouTube safe. She's so far away you can't make out anything, but you can make out that she's nude. It's pretty funny. That's a good picture. I could use that for something. Gin should be the #1 drink on the planet. Well, I guess, Kevin, I don't really drink either. On occasion I will, like at camp, and there's nothing else to do, and you're getting ready to go to bed, and you're kind of shutting down the night. We're having in this case, we just got through having steak, I think. And that was our second. Yeah, I think that was the second night. We had 2 drinks, and that was it. And we were comped out. By the way, I made 2 very nice, good-sized steaks. One for her, and one for me. I can only eat half of mine. It was a lot of steak. She packed it away, the whole thing. It was crazy. It's like she's never eaten before. It was amazing. It's a good idea, Thomas. Like at the very end, after the credits roll, like have like a 2-second black screen, and whoever's still sticking around gets a little bit extra. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, I like the complex flavors as well. Apache Tierra. Well, it was the first time I was at camp when something like this went down. Apparently, Sarah does that when she gets, really kind of into that spot. So now that I know better, I'll be better prepared. You'll see. Mark my words. I clean up pretty good, I think. I don't know. Personal preference. I think I look okay. Okay, I still haven't found my videos yet. Why not? I just had these yesterday. That's my walk. That's the whole day, so. Kevin, you're funny. But I agree. She does have a high metabolism. And for what she does in a day, I mean, I was on the hike with her all day, the first day on this trip. And man, we were hiking quite a bit. A lot of elevation change too. So it was no joke. We're at 7,000 feet hiking elevation. So we're going up and down the side of these mountains near Eureka, looking for some cabins. We found them all 5 cabins, or all 5 installations of these images. believe it's 4 total cabins, 5 images in 2 different locations. And she barreled on, man. Kudos to her. We got it done. So it's not in the smartphone folder where I thought it should be. Why not? Found it. Oh my goodness. I got a crazy photo of Sarah here. Holy shit. That's pretty cool. I'm going to keep that one too. I'll pull that one over here. I'm going to copy that. I get some candid shots once in a while. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, in the UK. I'm not saying Coors is good. Don't get me wrong, John. I do not like Coors beer. I don't like Budweiser, but I'll drink them. I didn't know they even tried to do that. That's pretty funny. Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Lisa, welcome to the little chat here. We're just kind of hanging out as I edit video today. Just leave it on until I'm done with my duties of editing for the day, which is probably going to be a while. You'll probably see also then posting onto Facebook some images. Like right now, I just found some cool pictures of Sarah that I want to pop onto Facebook real quick. And what you see me doing is trying to cause some hype around this last trip so people will tune into it and watch it. So Photoshop is opening now. And in a second or two, you'll see me post onto Facebook. The same image. If you're interested, it's kind of neat. I don't know. Maybe you find it interesting. Maybe not. I like sharing out, so when I see an image, I want to just immediately share it out. They're both really good, but I don't know what, probably both. Bizarro photo. I'm going to crop that differently though. So not so much negative space and maybe not so much sky to make it look like we're in the middle of nowhere. Okay, that's good. Lighting, contrast, brightness. Sarah is a babe, though, isn't she? She's very photogenic, with or without makeup. I know a lot of people are kind of up in arms about how she looks or doesn't look with or without makeup on. I think she's great. It's not really her look that's cool to me. It's her personality and how she has a lot of spunk. You know, she gets out and does shit. She doesn't just talk about it. Yeah, this is a good shot of her. And so is that. So, file, save for web. I'll do both of them. It's kind of a neat little, what the hell's going on with this picture? Save. To save. Okay. Getting ready to upload to Facebook. So if you guys want to see if there's any latency, there we go. So I'm going back to my Facebook page. Okay. My page. Okay, so I'm going to drop photos of this. Minimize that guy.
We're all having a day today. Okay, you want to see the food coming in? Yeah. She extended another 9 months later. All paid for you. And
Okay. I think they're good. I think they're good photos. I just posted them. If you guys want to go check them out, but yeah, that came out pretty good. Wow, they came out really nice on Facebook, at least. Yeah, she's cool. Okay, so there's that. Let's see if okay, we're at 16, which went up to 17. See if people increase as I posted that on their channels. Okay, what you guys talking about here? Guys, there's a lot of chat going on. Hey, John. Howdy, howdy. Yeah, the pics came out okay. For me, just, throwing a little bit of, just a teeny bit of color adjustment and contrast to it. That's all I really did. I didn't even really adjust color. I just adjusted contrast and brightness. Because I shoot that well. I got lucky. I use a crop sensor and I'm using a kit lens, and I've been doing photography since the age of 10 or 12, something like that. I can't even remember how far back. Well, thank you, Judy. Yeah, I'll be doing a lot more videos and photography stuff that's only unique to Patreon members. So if you'd like to join, you're welcome to at $1 a month or more, but $1 a month gets you everything. So I'm just looking for a lot of $1 a month supporters of my channel. So if you have that in you, I'm looking for that. And I'm going back to editing real quick. Sounds like you guys are having a great conversation there. How did my pictures come out? Usually in a post I get immediate, yeah. There's Al. Isn't it neat to see it actually happen and me post it up? I mean, come on, Al, it's pretty cool. Sarah's a cool person to go exploring with. She really is. She's very well read, very uses common sense quite a bit. Uncle Joe, really? Wow, I used to do film all the time. That was my thing. I loved shooting film. I still do. Although I don't own a film camera anymore. It'd be cool if you guys could actually see my desktop and see what I'm actually doing. Camera lens, back to Facebook. I'm not gonna post those photos on Instagram. Yeah, she's like that all the time, is what's cool. What you're seeing on camera is pretty much how she is all the time. Oops. I'm really not making much progress here. I keep getting distracted. No, I did find them. No, I imported them already. I didn't import them. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for all the footage I need to import in. That's a lot of footage, Larry. I'm just realizing vlog style is going to take a lot of space. Meaning the raw footage that I'm shooting is that way. But Uncle Joe, regarding digital cameras and Photoshop, I believe I can say this pretty confidently that if you have experience in a darkroom, Photoshop makes a lot more sense. Just saying. How color works, how contrast and brightness work, aperture, f-stop, you name it. It all works together. Well, thank you, Wavy. I don't think I'm very good looking at all. I've been looking at this ugly mug for the past 52 years. Okay, all my stuff is loaded. Tell me what. Okay, so I'm averaging. Damn it. So what happens with cell phones, you guys probably don't know this, but what happens with cell phones and how it records video is it's like it has a variable frame rate. And it does that because it's doing a couple things. It's marrying up the audio with the video. And sometimes image stabilization starts to interfere with that. And it adjusts. So it increases and decreases the frame rate. So I'm looking at the frame rates on my recording from the cell phone only. And it's ranging from 30 frames a second to, 30.01 a second to 29.97 frames a second. And that messes with things. If you are working with a DSLR camera, which is always 30 frames a second. So what happens in my video when I'm editing it starts to get funky. Sometimes the audio gets out of sync. And when I see that happening, I actually have to take it into a program called Handbrake, which is an application I use to resolve this issue. And I force the camera footage coming from the cell phones to be 30 frames a second, and it will solve the audio syncing problem that I have in the software editing program. So I'm immediately seeing all these shots that I have variable frame rates, and I need to make them all constant. So what does that mean? Well, first off, I'm going to try and use the existing footage in Adobe Premiere Elements 2020. And if it works, it's because I've never used the 2020 version of Adobe Premiere Elements. I've only used 2018 version, and it didn't work back then. So I think maybe I'll try it now in hopes that they have resolved that issue. So wish me luck. Looks like they're in order. Still image, I'll remove that. I'm unselecting the still images, which happens here and there. Mostly by mistake. While I'm recording, I actually have the record button or snapshot button. So if there are videos I want, so I'm going to pop them on. Oh. Okay, well, that catches up. Thank you, Wavy, for thinking I'm a good-looking person. Thank you. I think I'll have to with this. There's just so much footage. I will definitely probably have to do that. So right now, it just loaded. it's going to be, whew, I've got an hour and 30 minutes of video. That's as much video as I shoot on a normal Explorer. But this is over 2 days, and it's a bunch of little bits. So I know the first part, I probably have about 10 minutes of me doing the same thing over and over again. I'm just not happy with the take. And same with the ending. So I probably have about an hour and 10 minutes to edit, I'm guessing. Kenneth, yes. Yes, they don't realize they have to go through another process. I did a lot of research on this because I was having a big issue with the audio getting out of sync, and I thought it was my software. So yes, if they're using older software, like a 2018 vintage or era, they'll probably have problems. Am I framed up okay? I haven't even looked in a while. No, I'm okay. Got some headroom here. I'm really conscious about how much headroom I have on videos. I'd rather keep it like that. Does that make sense? But since I have to move this when I'm doing edits to get the glare off the screen so I can see something differently, but I'll try to remember to leave it straight up. I have to lower this blind as well. At least they're playing good music in the lobby. If you can't hear, they're playing Led Zeppelin. I love Led Zeppelin. That takes me back. I used to get stoned a lot listening to Led Zeppelin. Okay, so there's that. Those out. So along with my template that I have built for my intro, I also have the ending, of course, right? I don't know if you guys would think of that, but along with my intro, I have an exit. And it's the same exit as my intro, but no Holiday Inn. It's just my logo that rolls out of screen. And again, that's all planned out. I spend a lot of time on those exits and the entrances of the music with the intro and the exit in the intro, or the exit, excuse me, exit. What do you call it? What do you call the exit? The exit. Well, why do you call the intro the intro? It's the entrance, isn't it? The exit? I'm sure there must be a word. But Kenneth, there is a way to fix that problem if you have the gumption to do it. You basically have to recrunch the whole video on your computer, and it will sync it all up for you. It's pretty cool. Exit, also outro. Thank you, Kevin, excuse me, Kevin S. Outro. Yes, while I do my outro. So if the intro and the outro are part of the same template, when I load all my footage, I drag the exit, the outro, to the end, and as I edit my video in between, it slowly scoots the ending closer to the start. And that includes my outro. I've tried to automate it as much as possible. So it used to take me almost an hour to do every single intro. It's like I was beating my head against a wall. Okay, back to editing. So everything's loaded, and I've got an hour to go. Hour and 10 minutes is what I'm guessing. And I have to get rid of this blank space, so that's where my cursor is. There, deleted and close gap. What's this? So that's not needed anymore. Take that out. I'll take this out. So what I've done basically is I've just laid out every block of footage that I've recorded. And it's like when you hit start and stop on record, that's what I'm placing into my timeline. They're in sequence as they happened and so on. So it's all lined up, and it's an hour and a half long if I just watched it like it was. Judy, I use Adobe Premiere Elements 2020. Interesting. You're welcome. Anytime, Judy. Adobe Elements Premiere. I just upgraded to. I was using Adobe Elements Premiere 2018, not just but a few weeks ago. I upgraded because I thought I was having a software issue, which turns out to be a video driver issue on my side. So I upgraded my video driver and problem solved. So I actually have 2018 and 2020 installed on my laptop. They're both great programs. Okay. Oops. So what I'm doing now is I'm working on my very first scene after my edits, after my, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so might as well let you guys in on what I do with my editing. So I've just loaded up all my images or my scenes for my vlog of this trip. And before I do any edits, any alterations to anything, the first thing I do is I do a global color adjustment for everything. Since I don't adjust my cell phone at all, it's just on auto white balance, my colors get kind of funky, but I do an overall tint, and that overall tint is consistent overall. So I at least do that. And if I do any adjustments, it's usually just a little bit of contrast and a little bit of brightness up or down depending on the scene. But I do a global adjustment, and I usually pull back on scenes as I work through each segment, each scene. Does that make sense? So by doing that now saves me a lot of copying and pasting. So basically I do it to one scene, and then I copy the adjustments I made to one scene to everything else in this thing itself. And then I hit enter and I wait for it to actually process. So you see where I get some time out to actually come back over and communicate with you guys on the live stream. Is there anyone there? There's 18 people here still. Well, thank you guys for all the thumbs down. Aren't I supposed to, no thumbs up, just regular thumbs, or no thumbs at all, just no thumbs up. So the overall tint is going to be too bad Judy left, but anyone who's looking to start doing their own kind of video editing, Adobe Premiere Elements is the place to start, if you ask me. Catch you later, John. Or you must be saying goodbye to Judy. Either way. But this program is really easy to use. It's point and click. You don't need to know any programming. You just drag and drop stuff and you edit as needed. It's really easy to use. And there's tons of YouTube help if you need it for something like that. Well, thank you for the thumbs up. It's just kind of a running joke for this particular episode live stream. No thumbs at all, but if you did give me a thumbs up, I appreciate it nonetheless. It's just a running joke, that's all it is. Jason. I'm doing great today, Jason. How are you doing today? I'm doing a live stream as I'm doing edits, and I'm not getting any edits done, but I'm having a great time talking at the same time. At least I got the project started and saved, right? Yeah. Speaking of which, I'm going to save now. Save. Okay. I do have a running auto save going, but I don't trust it all the time. But I'm doing a global tint adjustment. So I'm going to my adjustment palette. That's the little slide bars, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And then in there's a thing called temperature and tint. And in there, I click the more button, and in temperature, it's my secret sauce. I'm not telling you what it is. Oops, number lock's on. It's unique to everyone, and I have a secret blend. It's my Kentucky Fried Chicken blend. Yeah, that's it. That looks good. Okay, so once I've done that, that looks really good. I copy it and paste it into everything I got. So I click right click and I go copy. Then I make the screen so I can see the whole timeline, all the scenes, everything. I select it all. Right click, paste effects and adjustment. They all now have the adjustment I made on that one piece, and I hit enter. And what happens now is going through a rendering phase. There's 58 different videos all the way across. That gives me that filmic look. That's the you guys are seeing in all my videos. I started doing way back to the trailer video. I did some really cool abandoned trailers. I forgot the name of the video, but I did it back there, and I fell in love with it, and I've been using it ever since. What do you guys think? Probably don't notice it. You might notice it if you see my logo overlaid on top of it, because I think part of my logo is 100% over my footage. You'll see that the white is not exactly white. It's like this off-white. Exactly, Joe. I use a warm temperature. Yes, I'm impressed, Joe. That's kind of what I was going for, the Technicolor kind of look. What's living in Pahrump like? I love it. I like Pahrump a lot. It grew on me. When I first got here, I felt really out of place, and I met a lot of really kind people. They were at the rodeo. They were cowgirls, and I was doing practice photography at night with galloping horses. I was trying to capture a horse in flight, like all feet off the ground. They just started approaching me, really nice, and wanted to know what I was doing. I explained to them what I was doing, and I shared my photos with them on Facebook, and everyone really liked them. So what's it like out here in Pahrump? It's hot. It is hot. Only a few months out of the year is hot. It gets damn cold too. All my videos now, Uncle Joe, have that kind of tint to them. It was more prominent earlier because I was using a really warm. I really pulled back from that to be more subtle. But right now it's on video number 7 of 58. It's crunching in the background. That's why I'm taking time out to talk to you guys. Go Cowgirls. What do you mean? Oh, yes, go Cowgirls. I thought you meant the cheerleader Cowgirls, which would be Sarah in her pictures. What am I thinking? Small towns are great. I agree. Yeah. The cowgirls here in Pahrump are hot too. There's a lot of hot cowgirls right now. Just saying. You don't believe me, but go to a rodeo here in Pahrump. You'll see what I mean. Oh, it doesn't move this now? Oh, it's because I'm rendering.